You good?
Yeah.
All right, welcome inside the Media Center here at the Honda LPGA Thailand 2023. Great event from you, Lilia, who are champion this year. You're a Rolex first-time winner. I know you were pretty close a few times last year. How good does it finally feel just to get it done?
Feels really good to get it done. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself at the end of last year, and during the off season, I kind of just changed my mindset. Like, I always knew I was gonna win. I just gotta let it happen. The more you hold on to something, I feel like it gets further away. And I came close a lot towards the end of the last season. So I was just gonna have fun and play my game, and it'll eventually work itself out.
Those times that you came close at the end of last year, what did you learn in those circumstances that you might have applied to today?
I think a lot of scoreboard watching, and I can only control what I shoot, so why don't I go and try and play my best? I can't control what other people do, so I'm just gonna try and play my best, and that's what I did today. Kind of didn't even know where I was at, and just tried making birdies every hole.
Had your family here, obviously Cole, who's been on the bag for a few, probably eight-ish months now. How much does it mean just to get a win for him and get a win for your parents who are both here?
It means a lot. I mean, my parents were my #1 supporter. They still are, and they always believed in me, even when I was basically rock bottom, almost about to quit golf a couple years ago. And they've always believed in me, and it feels really good to actually win with them watching me. They always knew I could do it, and so it feels really nice for them to be here with me.
Let's chat a little bit about that. I know you came out here obviously in 2019, had some big expectations, and it wasn't what you were looking for to go back to Epson, and then graduated and graduated in 2021 to the LPGA Tour again. What was so difficult for you during that period, and how good does it feel to finally come out on the other side of it with a victory?
I think it was all a mindset change. I feel like technically my golf game got better too, but it was all mindset. I was in a really negative mindset. Even my rookie year out here, I didn't feel like I belonged. I felt like every shot was life or death. I would look at the ball and set up, and I wouldn't know where I was going to go because I was so nervous. I never felt like I belonged. And then I lost my card, and then I was trying to finish out my year on Symetra, that 2019 year. Then later on, the start of the pandemic, before COVID hit, that was when my grandpa passed away, and I remember we were in Florida at one of the Florida Symetra events, and we were flying home, and I'd visited my grandpa before we even flew out, and it seemed like he was doing really well. He was going to get released from the hospital, and it was the night before I left, he told me in Vietnamese, go play well, do your best. And then we came back from the Florida event, and then my mom got a call from my aunt Candy that grandpa was in the hospital again and was not conscious, and then he ended up passing away when we all went to the hospital then, but he passed away later that day. And it just really hit me that I was in a bad spot with my golf, and the last thing he ever said to me was to play well. Out of all the things, he's struggling, and he was thinking of me, and I think that's what I think about every day. So sorry.
No, it's all good. It's an emotional thing. I mean, you talked about it a little bit on the golf course. You're a player that really just tries to go and make as many birdies as you can possibly make. You did that today. Obviously went bogey free. Made 5 in a row at one point, which I think you say you tend to black out when those things happen.
Yeah,
but
I didn't even realize that until you just said that. I knew I made some birdies, but didn't know it was 5 in a row.
How do you kind of keep your mind focused on what you're doing and away from maybe what you're acting, you know what I mean? Try to focus on the process and not really focus on what the results are.
I feel like recently I've been really good at playing one shot at a time. That's been my motto for the past 2 years. I feel like cool. I feel like that's just how I play my best golf, and it's been working out. So I just try to play one shot at a time and have fun. Sounds so cliche. I tell you this all the time, just go have fun, but that's really what I'm doing.
How do you try to have fun? Do you kind of pin seek a little bit more? I mean, I know some players say that, and that's when they're going for pins, but what do you try to do?
Yeah, I honestly like hitting at pins and just trying to make every single play. It could be a 60-footer, and I'll still try and make it. For some reason, I feel like I could make it.
Speaking of that, played really well last week at the Ladies Saudi International, Saudi Ladies International, excuse me, and I know it wasn't the result you wanted at the end, but to get this victory this week, what does that tell you about your resilience and your grit to kind of have heartbreak last week and then play really well this week?
I tried not to really downplay how well I played last week because of one shot. I felt like I played really well. It was my first tournament of like the year, so I thought I did pretty well and just knew that I was good enough and just go out there and have fun again every single week.
Had some very special visitors in the scoring tent when things became official. A lot of players from, like you told me, different parts of your life, your childhood, and maybe even through college. What was that like to see all them and get a little water dumped on you? I'm sure it felt good.
Honestly, it felt so good to see like Patty, my former teammate, Maria Fossey, and Sophia, and Allison Kofus. I feel like we've known each other for so many years. Like I can't even count how many years, but it was so nice to see a familiar face come and congratulate me. It was heartwarming.
And one of those people that was congratulating you was United States Solheim Cup captain Stacy Lewis.
Yeah.
A lot closer now to that Solheim Cup team. I mean, what would it mean to finally get to that point in your career? I know that's that's something that every little girl in America dreams about growing up. I mean, playing on the U.S. Solheim Cup team, and now that you've put yourself in a really good position to be there in Spain. How are you feeling about that?
I feel really good. I mean, Solheim Cup's always been a dream of mine. I actually have a picture of it on my wall of a past winning team, just vision board, just stuff like that. And I mean, it would be a great honor to represent the United States of America.
And I know Stacy has taken a lot of the potential kind of rookies under her wing. I mean, what does it mean to have somebody like her now and have a relationship with somebody like Stacy Lewis?
Oh, it feels so cool. I mean, the other day she gave me a book with a nice note saying good playing last week. Even that, the little stuffs matter, so it was super nice of her. Do we have any questions in the room? I guess I should ask it. Does it look like we do? But to get, I know we're in Thailand. I know it's your first time over here. Obviously, we'll always hold a special place in your heart. Can you just really articulate, like, what you're feeling right now? This win has been, I mean, you had 8 top 10s last year, and you were, within 5 of the lead, a good handful of those 8 top 10s. I mean, just to finally get it done, what was going through your head when that putt dropped and you knew you at least had a shot at it? It feels really good. This off season, right when before I was about to leave from Saudi, I basically almost had like a mental breakdown. Like I felt like we had all this time, and I just didn't feel like my game was sharp enough, and I was wrong, because obviously in Saudi I played really well, and I think that gave me like a confidence boost, like, hey, you can go out there and score and just do that, and just go out there and have fun and you'll be okay. So
this sets you up really well for a good 2023. I mean, obviously want to go celebrate. Do you have any idea what you might do to celebrate tonight?
Yeah, mango sticky rice with ice cream.
We love that. Well, congratulations. We're really excited to see you become a Rolex first-time winner, and looking forward to seeing you down the line.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you.